Good afternoon. It's Sunday. So we're here to follow on from where we left off yesterday. Liz of today is very pleased that yesterday Liz fixed the error before she went to bed, because my brain cells are hurting today, to the point I am going to make me an optician's appointment. I am going to buy me a new fucking pair of glasses. It is not the sole reason I have a headache, but it is definitely not helping. It's a bit like having a smoke detector alarm going beep, beep because it needs a new battery. Doesn't give you a headache. What it does do is it adds to your headache. And so my shitty glasses are, well, outstandingly shitty, but frankly there's just so much wrong with them that I'm sure if I go to the when I go to the opticians, not if I go to the opticians, when I go to the opticians, they will take one look at these and go, holy shit, woman, what did you do with them? And the answer is, I didn't do anything. My body did this to them, and all I've done is tried to keep them clean. So, and they'll go, oh, but you can't use this. I didn't. You can't. I didn't. No, this is all down to spots of my... It's like... Only a fellow glasses wearer can truly understand this, but on a hot day, your face does sweat. You don't really notice it. I mean, we all think of occasionally forehead sweat, but your actual face sweats. Moreover, it feels like round the eye area, because that's where you wear glasses, they kind of explode like tiny fireworks. And as a result of that, you get splatters on the inside of your glasses. And it's like the splatters are what causes the eating of the thing, and so you get little spots where the splatters come out, because obviously the pores on your body are in the same place, and so that it slowly eats away where those splatters are. So I'm not sure how much truth there is in that, but that's how it feels. And like everything, if that's how it feels, bite me, that's how it feels. They're my feelings and you can't take them away. So there's something that looks a bit funky, but I don't think it is. I think it's just lack of tension. We'll find out in a minute when we get there. Let's turn the pillow on. There you go. Yeah, looks like the light needs to go more that way, but then it can't. So. Oh well. Now already we have met a faux pas, I think. For there are no... This doesn't seem to be coming out of where I expected. So let's undo this one. Because that is... And that is, I think, I just need to put my pin through a hole that I can't really see. There. No, missed. I think this goes in there, like that. Find out in a second. When we get to this. Let's see how, if that looks reasonable. Which does. So that's okay. That was all that was wrong with that something. So you'll notice I'm wearing an odd shaped colour jumper today. it's kind of not brown and not my pale ones. I don't know, kind of, it's almost like I washed it with something, but it's perfectly even. So I do vaguely remember finding a darker one of my favourite jumper brand, and maybe this is it. But I'm sure I had one that was proper brown, like, you know, deep brown, whereas this is kind of in the middle brown. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Bear. How are you? Lizzie has a headache. But Lizzie is not bad. Lizzie is not bad. Awesome. And I do apologise for being a bit late to stream today. You can blame EP. Well, you can blame EP anyway, but yeah, EP sent me a message. So yesterday he was talking about how he had found an asset for Unity that helped you with tiling seamlessly things. It was like, great, thank you for that. Well, he sent me a message overnight saying, I found this. Now, there's a lot of these kind of going around, and you'll understand what these are in a second, don't worry. And this one is absolutely free. You can run it locally, and it doesn't take like too many life cycles to do it. So I don't know if I can actually demonstrate it that well, but it's a text-to-speech thing, but it's more complicated than the normal text-to-speech thing that I've got in my ear, right? The text-to-speech thing in my ear sends the text off to Google and then basically receives back a sound file that it then plays to me, which is fine because it means that it sends off all of your text and it doesn't have a huge delay on it, but there are quite a lot of voices, so there's quite a lot of accents and stuff, but there are a finite number of voices and you can't add emotions to it. This, holy shit, it has, you upload, I don't know, 5-6 seconds of anybody speaking. I'm going to try it on myself later, but anybody speaking. It will then take that voice and you can type in whatever the fuck you like. You can add emotion to it. You can't kind of do partial emotions, so you can't have kind of like, you know, oh, that's really exciting. Wait, what? Oh no, it broke. You can't have that kind of change. You'd have to have like segments, but you can put expressions and feelings into it, and it really does work. And it's really quite quick at it. No, I mean, really. Well, it's not your voice specifically, but because you can upload a voice, you can almost certainly, with a bit of effort, rig something to speech to text what you've said, have it throw it through this, and then output a different voice with what you've said, so that, for example, if I didn't have a microphone on my beads, right, I could have a microphone on me, but I could play the text-to-speech to you, so I say things to it then says them to you. I could come over as, like, you know, someone completely different. There is a YouTube link. Let me get get the YouTube link, because the YouTube link is, frankly, says it all, right? And it's free, absolutely free. So, you know, I expect you to wander off and pay no attention to me now, because it's a fun thing to play with. I mean, they've got a bunch of built-in voices, but if you... I mean, I really want to find a movie voiceover guy, you know, in a galaxy far, far away, you know, kind of guy, you know, that kind of deep, booming voiceover movie intro guy, right? So that you can kind of introduce your game a bit or whatever with, you know, a bit of a story. But now obviously it's done by, I'm gonna get it wrong, a Chinese stroke Japanese company, Korean, kind of that style, because they use a lot of kanji and I don't speak kanji, so, and I can't differentiate between the kanjis, I'm not that good. But it... That's right, I know you do, don't worry about it. But you can... You're still listening, that's all that matters. You're allowed. But yeah, I just find... I've made this voice and he sounds really goblin-y kind of guy. And so I'm really pleased because, well, goblins is one of the kind of things I can have in my game. So I've already got a voice for him. And it really is outstandingly good. Now, I can't easily play it for you. Hang on. Hang on. Gotta read this. So I don't know how well this is going to work, because I don't know how to do the whole desktop thing. So hang on, sources, the add, hang on. So as I said, I really don't know if this is going to capture it very well. I think I've added this to the wrong thing, hang on. Yeah, I think I did, hang on. I want to do this to here, so let me add this here. So this may go a little weird and it's not showing. Why is it not showing? Don't think that's what I want then. Hang on. I am bad at this, don't get me wrong. As long as I don't fuck up anything that I use, doesn't matter. Audio capture, fine. Let's go for... I need to open it, hang on. I need to open the file again, let's do it this way. Right. So, there should be now, hang on, save, let's go back in, find the... Hey, Net Kisser. Okay, I don't know whether this is going to work, so let me see if this works, and it's still not fucking showing it. Audio capture. It's on the right thing. Audio. Why you? one of them running. So it can only be that one. But I'm not oh, I know why. Hang on. Oh no, Net Kisser. So, I don't know how well this is going to work, but you'll have to tell me if you hear this.
Hello, friend. Welcome. Can you help us?
Did you hear that? Okay. That was one of their pre-built voices, and that sounds goblin-y to me. So, for example, let me run it again. Hang on. Let me run the program thingy again and type in something else, and I can play it to you. Hang on. It takes a couple of seconds to start. Think. Yeah. Okay. I think it was. I'm gonna hope that's the same one, and then right. So I'm not going to listen to this. I'm just going to play it to you and we'll see what happens, right? So let's...
Hello, Bobbin Watchers. I thought I'd say hello to you.
Did you hear that? Please tell me you heard that. Exactly. It's actually, I mean, it sounds very goblin-y, but I really do like it. And the fact is that, well, I made that talking to you. So I typed in, hit go. It then took me a while to, find the file, stick it in the thing and hit play. But the actual turnaround was really quite quick. So I do have a liking for it. I do need to find some other voices, and some voices that I like for a couple of other things. But I can put finally I can put voices in my game that don't sound like arse. I bought a text to speech module that was quite expensive, and you only get a number of points that you can use on any given month. And you chew through them almost by the word, right? And it sounded very hello, Mr. Roboto, right? It was a bit Stephen Hawking-y, frankly. Now, there's nothing wrong with Stephen Hawking if you're voicing a computer. If you're voicing a character, you probably want a bit of emotion to it. Not necessarily a lot. But this one didn't, this one, it cost me $100 or something, right? And it didn't have emotions. It just literally had different voices. And 90% of the voices sounded really fucking fake. I mean, absolutely fake. Now, I will say on the YouTube video that I linked, I think they used it to do their voiceover. But at the same time, it's a bit borderline. I mean, it doesn't sound quite human, but it still sounds pretty human. And for someone who's not got any budget for voice actors, and certainly my friends are not going to want to voice shit for me, and I'm certainly not going to do them all because I can't do impressions, it is a distinctly very realistic result. I mean, in the video, they do Donald Trump saying stuff. Now, possibly not the best choice, but all you need is... They don't even have to have all the syllables in. So hence, it may have some variation. So if they've got a bit of a lisp, for example, and they don't say any of the words with the lisp. It's not gonna have a lisp, right? But you could. It is really quick. It was quicker than the fucking one I paid for. So, I mean, I just need some sound bites. So if anyone knows people with some speaking voice and can record me some really good kind of narrative speaking voices, preferably a soft and soothing speaking voice, that'd be cool. I could do me some of that, but I do now have at least one voice for my game. But I do definitely want some form of soothing and narrative kind of story reading voice that will be the narrator. And, will effectively read out, so do you pick good or evil? That kind of voice. The inner questionable voice. But I'm really pleased with that. Much love to EP. I will. It really is quite surprising. He did one of like a sports commentator of, I know, him racing around a track, and obviously it's got his name in it, so it's got oh no, EP has crashed, and it sounds so genuinely real. It is generic sports commentator voice, but it's in the tone that's, that slightly overly energised, kind of hyped up. They're just driving around. They haven't crashed yet. Get over it. But they're all kind of, oh my God, and they're off, kind of voice, right? And it is so realistic. I'm sure he won't mind. I'll show you what I mean. Hang on. Downloads. There you go. You gonna play it? Apparently not. Hang on.
And here comes Ipiyama in the lead. Coming up to the final turn with the fallen tree, and he is, oh no, Ipiyama is down.
That really is quite generic sports commentator, right? It is. So, I know what I'm doing this week. Finding a few voices, and because of course, as long as you record them, if you can, you can steal someone's voice out of something. It's all against, terms and conditions and, but for messing around, all you need to do is kind of go, can I just record your voice a minute? I guess. Why? Just saying things. Say hello, this is a test or something, Speak for like 5 seconds, please. Just want to record this. Or just, can I record this bit of conversation because I want to capture your voice because I really like listening to your voice. Okay, yeah, I guess, whatever, freak, fuck those. And wander off and then snip it out the bit, of just them speaking, shove it through this, and now you've got them voicing your game. Obviously a lot of this is kind of unethical if you think about it, but, yeah, it is very surprisingly, well done. It's not a small system, but it's not that big either. Here you go. Kill that again. Fuck me, already. Okay, it's bigger than I thought, which is why it took a while to download. It's taking up 14 gig of my disk space. But in today's society, 40 gig is actually not that big. It really isn't. So yeah. So yeah. Anyway. So that's what I'm going to be doing this week, is I'm going to be punting around for voices. In fact, I know a very good voice that I would love to capture doing it. And I assume they've died or something, because I can't... I have an audiobook of Good Omens, which if you've never read Good Omens, please, fuck off now, buy it, read it. It is singly the best thing you will ever do with yourself, right? My ex-husband, who is the ultimate bookworm, who generally has like 6 books on the go at any one point, and chews through a book in a few hours. He has read a lot, whereas I have not. Anyway, I will tell you the story of getting the book and reading the book, and we need to go back quite a long time to my 18th birthday. On my 18th birthday, I received a book from someone I knew but didn't know very well. Incoming outbreak. And it was this book called Good Omens. And I was kind of like, oh, okay. Didn't really think much of it. A week later, I'm in jury duty, and now I've got nothing better to fucking do. So, because they say, you know, bring a book, whatever, because you can't... Basically, you're not allowed to sit and talk, you must sit in silence. I got told off so many times, because it makes you laugh. And so I'd be sitting out on the green bit, because my jury duty was at a court directly opposite Westminster. So I was, you know, basically sitting opposite on the green patch, munching my lunch and reading this book. And I was pissing myself. So I had the best week ever because, frankly, I didn't want to hear any court cases because, well, I had a book to read. And frankly, as I say, it was the best book I ever read. So when I said to my well, he was my husband at the time, I've got you a book. Okay. Thinking, oh God, because, you know, pretty much I can name every book I've ever read, right? And the quote from him is, I can't believe that the woman who's only read a handful of books found me the best book I've ever read. So with all the reading that he's done, and he'll read fucking anything, he still rates it as the best book he's ever read, right? And he is now obsessed with it as well, so, you know. But, so it is distinctly, frankly, you know, one of the best books ever, I think. It's got pretty much British humour in it, but it is very much one of the best books. And over the years, obviously, a number of people have read it for audiobooks. And the first one we ever got was basically a recording of, well, a digitised recording of a cassette tape version. And it would be side 1, right? I want his voice. This was a bloke called Jack Carroll. Now, I've never really heard of Jack Carroll. I've never really heard... And finding copies of said audiobook is like finding hen's teeth. I have a copy. And I have made copies of it all over the place because I'm bugging if I'm losing it. Because he reads it all. Most of the audiobooks, so in Good Omens, there's like the book. And then there'll be subnotes at the bottom. It's all right, Rory. It's all right, little fella. It's all right. And he reads them all. He reads every shitting word of that book, including the introduction, because there's jokes in it, everything. And his voice is very, very deep. Almost, that can't be your voice. Deep, right? It has a little bit of a computery sound to it, but I think that's because your brain's going, that can't be someone's voice, right? But it is a very good reading voice. So I may see if I can resurrect him into my narrator portion, because of course I already have those audio files, and I can take a chunk out of it, and, well, I'm sure I've got a method of taking a chunk out of an audio file and saving it. That's got to be doable. But my friends, it's Sunday already. How can it be Sunday already? Put some of you back in a stick. Check I didn't borrow any of you, and I haven't. 1, 2, 3. Put you in a stick for a minute. He's bobbing. It's not the bobbin, it's the thread. And even though I use my pern weaving skills to wind the bobbin, they still occasionally do it to annoy me. When you load a pern, which is basically a stick that goes in a special kind of weaving bobbin, they're kind of pointy, so they're not pointy, but they're tapered, and you load up at the back and you kind of do this and you work slowly forward. Otherwise it doesn't run off very well, because it gets stuck like these bobbins are. And that's what I've tried to do with these bobbins, but it still tries to piss it off sometimes. So, yeah, pern weaving skills. If you do with junk. So what's everyone up to on this Sunday? Obviously Sugar Bear's doing chores, so that's fine. I need to tighten this a little bit. It could be easier said than done. I need to make this. As you can see, this comes quite a long way up. So if you stretch it, it's not really that tight. I need to tighten it, but just a little bit. It's probably best not to use a pair of scissors. Be a bit abrasive. Where's a strong pokey stick? There's a strong pokey stick. So if you suddenly hear, ow, fuck, it's because strong pokey stick has gone through the knot and gone straight out the other side into my finger. Because, well, that is a distinct possibility. Being sharp and pokey-like. I mean, it's kind of what it's designed for, is it not? Just trying to ease the knot slightly so that I can move it down. And I am getting somewhere, so do not laugh at my effort, for I have achieved. See, look, I have achieved. There is method in my madness. I now need to redo the knot, but just a little bit lower down. But not too much lower down, because otherwise it'll be shit. So let's put that there. Tighten it a bit. Because I don't want it to be a lot shorter. I'm really not sure that's that much shorter, but it is shorter. Yeah, you see now, that's got a bit more twang to it. There we go. Hail the good pokey stick. Time to put glasses back on. Because it needs to have enough grab on the bobbins to actually kind of hold them there. And that, which is why when I take them off the sticks, I make sure to try and leave the elastic to relax so it doesn't stretch. But in case you're wondering, the other one is not actually that much shorter, but now they're kind of more comparable in length. Because otherwise, when you move them out of the way, of course, the bobbins come along and they try to escape. So we do want them to be tight enough that they achieve their job. You can only blame the tool if the tool hasn't got a good excuse, and if the good excuse is you didn't set it up right to do the job, then it's you that's at fault, not the tool. Whereas if there was sufficient thing and it's just being a bitch, then well, now you can blame the tool because it shouldn't have done that. It had no good excuse. Just like the dog who peed in my bedroom last night. Had no excuse. Dog gets told off. If, however, I didn't open the door for hours and the dog pees on the floor, then that's my fault because the dog hadn't got a lot of choice. There was nowhere else to go, and they're not used to asking, so because the door was always open. And the door was always open because they didn't know how to ask. It's a bit catch-22, I know, but for some reason they never grasped the concept of asking to go out. They know they should, but they don't seem to kind of... They seem to sort of go, oh, well, I know the door's locked, so I guess I'll go and have a piss in the carpet then. And you're like, no, maybe, you could kind of go, Mum, I need something, and we can play the guessing game for a bit. But if you go by the door and bark, oh no, you want to go out. But they don't do. Charlie was the best one. Charlie knew to ask to go out. Charlie also knew that asking to go out at 2 o'clock in the morning, if you barked really loudly and wanted to go out, and it was not life or death, favours were not won. And as a result, he used to whisper woof. So it was the, excuse me, I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can, I'd really like to go in the garden. And it was kind of that level of woof, so you get woof, woof, woof. It really was. And then, so you'd wander downstairs, you'd go open the door, you'd go outside, and you'd pad around a bit. And it's kind of like, did you just want to go out to, like, sniff? It's -12 out here, and you want to sniff. Can you hurry up? Because I'm naked and cold. But he knew, generally, that if, because I've said this before, I do not sleep. I kind of sleep with my ears open. So as a whole, I would hear it, but at the same time, it wouldn't send the fear of God up me, because he wasn't going, roof! And trying to alert the universe. It was just, excuse me, hello, if it's convenient. And so, bless him, he was such a good little boy about that. I miss Charlie. I miss them all, to be honest. Even Brown. Brown was the most lazy bag of fur. She lived to be like 952 million years old because she never moved. That dog was like a stuffed animal that you'd take out on a walk and she'd kind of go, do I have to? I mean, it's like moving, man. I'm not doing that. She was the laziest, contentest dog I've ever known. But once a year, you'd go around the park and she wouldn't be kind of dragging her heels, walking behind you, going, oh, fuck, do we have to do this? It'd be like someone had stuck a rocket up her ass. She was really fast. When she wanted to be. Until then, she almost kind of lay down in the middle and watched you walk round, right? She was that kind of dog, right? If you went walking around a field kind of thing and you're going to just walk the perimeter a couple of times, she'd almost go to the middle and sit down. I don't need to do that again, dipshit. As I say, she'd almost go to the middle. And something's now not right. Did I do far? I did far too much. There we go. And... See, something's still not right. That's only 5. You needs to go backwards. Right. 1, 2. Hang on, that doesn't add up now. Start this last one again. Because something didn't look right and my brain's farted on it. So... those are my groups of 6. That's done now. Leave it alone. Did you fart? Yeah. So, feeling quite inspired to add some voices, which is something my game needed. But all the efforts I had really didn't work. They just sounded too terrible. now I've got a plan. It's kind of a nice day outside, except for the fact that there's a really big tree at the end of my garden, and which is next door, and it kind of overshadows my entire fucking yard. Part of the reason that doing this really isn't so bad in the summer is because, well, I'd love to go out and sit in the sun in my garden, but, well, yeah, it's only out there for like half an hour, and then my garden's covered in shade by this big fucking tree. And it is a big fucking tree. It really is. It's just kind of thing. I haven't looked for Batty for a while. I'll have to look for Batty later. She may have cut down his home when she did the trees. Can you stop licking whatever it is you're licking? Mr. Paws. For much as you are very loved. Bloody awful noise in my ear. Cheers. Okay, so... slightly longer. Just a little bit. Oh, just a little bit. That's a good idea. Add some music to our day. And stop you listening to that. Make you listen to the right one, and today we are gonna go with this one. And there's a voice I will not be needing in my game. Can we not? Yes, there is a van outside. Might even be Amazon. But he's not coming here. No, he's buggered off. So it was not for us. We do not need to call the cavalry, kids. No one's going to be murdering us in our sleep. It's fine. You stop tilting. This table tilting. Don't half annoy me. Still not right. I'm trying to twist the table underneath, which is harder than it sounds. Let's try that. Give it a slightly different angle to work on. Yeah, because now it tilts in that direction. Makes it a bit easier for me to control, so let's try that. don't get under that. I'm going to take my jumper off, getting warm now. What's the matter, Rory? You can come up, but just not on me. Is that okay? Hello, Mr. Paws. I know. You're trying to tell me something gently. In the kind of, Mum, it would be nice if I had an ice cream kind of manner. But I'm not understanding, am I? No. I just need hugs today. Or maybe you're sorry you growled at Mummy when she wanted to cut your claws yesterday. And you growled and ran away. Yes. Mush face. Is that what it is? I think it is. Because now I've said that, you've laid down and gone all soppy. I know you don't like a little man. But as I said to you earlier, your long claws hurt. I mean, I'm sporting, you can't really see it, there it is at the bottom of the screen, because Mr. Claus here has a long dew claw and it scratched me through my jumper. And I know he doesn't want to hurt me, because he doesn't, which is why he growls and runs away. And it really is a mean it growl, not a silly growl. It's not even a, oh, growl because my sister's winding everybody up growl, it's a fuck you growl. But I know he doesn't mean to hurt anybody. He just, well, hates having his claws done more. So if I grabbed hold of him and wouldn't let him move, he would. Not going to bite me to directly hurt me, but enough to try and make me, you know, in the, it's a bit like, if I give you a Chinese rope burn, it's going to hurt, but it's not like I want to hurt you sufficiently. It's the I want to stop you, but I don't want to hurt you enough, but I've got to put in play enough pain that you'll stop. And it's that kind of bite. It's not a I'm going to try and chew your arm off, but it is a I need you to stop this. And I don't know why he's so scared of it, because it's silly. I've never hurt him, but he is absolutely petrified of it. And I even tried using, I've got some, they're called Swiss toenail clippers. These things would cut through like 1/2 inch of fucking wood, right? So they're really sharp, but then don't look like dog clippers. Yep, he won't have those either. His sister will. She doesn't even squirm that much. And she has it done, and she gets told how great she is, and he watches it all, and, you know, you can see that it didn't hurt, and he still won't have it done. It's just something really deep-rooted. No, little man. Something very deep-rooted. One of your little foibles, isn't it? But can you stop licking my hands? Don't need wet hands. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. You're very beautiful. But I need to be doing this. This is what I'm doing. So you're going to sit there. You can sit there if you want. Just stop licking my hands, though. Now, don't craftily lick one when it gets near you. No, you're squirming. You sit there. That's a good boy. Now, you sit there and be good. Sit there quietly. Good boy. Always being good. He's sitting paws and head on my left leg, being quiet, and he's good. Yes, he's being a good boy. Stay there if you want. You were comfy, so was I. You just puked on the floor. Thank you, you alright? You alright? It's better than on my couch. No more wet patches. Appreciate that. You alright, Rory? There you go. It's alright, little man. Come on, that's it. You get on the couch and sit in a good bit. do this bit right down to the bottom, because we can. It's alright, little man. It's alright. I can't hear this without thinking of Chris Eccleston now. I really can't. It's not right either. Well, yes, I really do need to start pricking, don't I? I thought I had another inch or so to go after that. Oh well. I definitely must get in the stabbeth. I have to watch some films and get stabbing. Oh. Arsehole, that's not what you wanted to do there. Let's undo all of that, because that's a pile of shit. What the fuck is going on here? It's you two. Where have you come from? I just sorted you. Do not be making loops. Seriously, what did I just talk about? being funny? Made you exactly like I made everybody else. And they don't have this problem. It's just you. So it's going to take a while. Turn. Oh dear. Because this is not it. This is going to be a bitch. I mean, in theory, it should just pull out, but it doesn't. I don't really want to make a knot in it. Whew. That was a moment. time for the big moment. Right. Never noticed that, of how out of tune her guitar is until now. I need to make a bit more room because I didn't do quite enough bobbins. Oh dear, some gals. So I need to do a couple of you. Actually, I need that one. Hang on. Hey, Sigabam. It's because these are more shiny. That's what it is. I wondered why this patch looks so much lighter. And the answer is shiny. Pretty sure I need you two in there, so let's put you in there. Right. Push you out the way. And you. You two are to move on. You are the end there, so you move on. You're ready. I'll make you one a bit longer. Because we're going to need you to be longer for this, because we need the room. Get off, fly. Let's move you over. Make you all a bit longer. And if you've seen short videos, you know the first sentence going in my mind. Because that sure turned into a good meme. Too many. No. what I meant to do. I'm sure it is. Where's my picture? I do this every time. A brain fart. No, it's not quite that drastic. I swear I do this differently every time. Just show me the fucking picture. Oh, definitely do it this way. Right. See, that looks wrong. Yeah, something's not right there. So I've got to undo it again. For fuck's sake. I obviously didn't undo something properly. You should be two individual pairs and you're not. So something's not right here. Oh, I still twisted you together, that's why. Try this again then. again then. So, 4 of you. So, under. That doesn't feel right. It's not. It's because under you and under you. Like that. And then we split it to 4. And we go twisty, twisty. 1, 2, 3. Scooch. And then do the edge. No, we don't. Do the edge up. But we still do that bit, so twisty, twisty. 1, 2, 3. That's good. Twisty, twisty. 1, 2, 3. Twisty, twisty. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to keep it short because you're annoying. Right. Now we do the thing with you. need to put some pins in at the bottom to hold down the bottom so it doesn't ping up. Like that. There we go. Because it's coming out the front now. There's a gap, look, see? It's one of the things I quite like about listening to this as well, is you sit there going, it's been a while since I've heard this. Oh my god, I remember this. It's funny because I know that obviously if you listen to the words too hard, you understand the meaning. And this is true with many songs, to be honest. Some of them sound really jolly and you sing along. But if you actually think about the lyrics, some of them are actually quite concerning. But it is really one of those things is that I was just sitting there thinking, well, what would you profile if someone like, you know, played this song and was kind of happily kind of sort of almost mentally bopping along to it? Why? What does it tell you? Yeah. Well, I know I've said this before. Well, it's a bit like, do you remember back in, I think it was the 90s, they went on a whole spree about how, like, Mary Had a Little Lamb was about a girl getting her periods. And you're going, it's about a girl and some sheep, dude. Or how Harry Potter's anti-Christian. God's not mentioned once, nor is any other for that matter. It's not about a religion. It's not the point of the book, you know. And if you want to read into stuff, you can. But it's not always meant to be there. And I think, for me, that's one of the biggest problems, is that I'm not saying that there aren't things with hidden meanings. Or, you know, like Ring a Ring of Roses, a very specific way it came into life. Well, exactly. It's made up, for Christ's sake. It's not, it's not some historical text where, you're looking for the secret message that, to avoid the Nazis in Germany back in World War II or anything. This is a book, Harry Potter is a made up book about a kid who is a wizard. In case you haven't noticed, doesn't seem to work in real life, alright? Much to our disappointment on many occasions. But you do find yourself, so I'm just cleaning a bit of crap off my glasses. There are times to look, as I say, there are times to look for hidden meanings, and there are times to just accept that it is as it is written. And there was a film I once watched. It's called The Longest Journey, or something to that effect, and you can find it on YouTube if you look hard enough. It's about a girl who loses her leg in a horrific accident on her way to school, and how she rehabilitates. And it sounds like a really crap movie, and it was one of those made for TV, probably only ever aired twice kind of movies. But I kind of liked it because there was one point that one of the guys actually says, a stump is a stump. There is no hidden meaning. And sometimes a stump is a stump, right? Sometimes a girl and a sheep is just a fucking girl and a sheep. It has no metaphors, no implications, other than this bird Mary had a little sheep, lamb, and its fleece was white as snow because it was clean. Yeah, that's it. That's all you had to kind of worry about. It's not about nothing else. And now, obviously, Humpty Dumpty was about a cannon, but at the same time, it fell off a wall and broke. Not everything has to have subtexts and plots, and it just doesn't have to be that complicated. It's part of the reason I like kind of young adult books, that they're not trying to layer 50,000 things of bullshit that you really just don't need. It's a story. Can we just have the story? It's a bit like when JK came out and said that Dumbledore was gay. Well, it didn't come up in the films or the books, so does it matter? I mean, I don't, so he was. Whatevs. I've got no problem with him being gay, but it's not like he had a partner in the books and films. He has a work partner that he worked on something with Nicholas Flamel, but Nicholas Flamel has a wife. And that's it. Can we not, we don't need to care whether, any of them, frankly, have any sexual preference, because it doesn't matter. It's not the point of the book, Can you imagine the uproar if it came out that Voldemort was gay? There are times that it matters, because you really want to feel connected with the character on that kind of level. If you don't, it doesn't matter. And I feel that about, as a general rule, I don't care whether people are gay or not. As long as you're not trying it on me, I don't care what you do with yourself. That's a you thing. As long as you're happy, I'm happy for you. If you're not happy, I'm sad for you. That's how it works, So I'm a bit weird that way, I know. What, that I'm weird? Yeah, I know. I am weird. And I think it's one of those things is sometimes you're a bit weird, but you're the right kind of weird. Yeah. I know when we moved up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. An old couple lived a couple of houses down from ours, and they introduced themselves as the Nutters, and we got on like a house on fire because, well, they were our kind of Nutters, and we were their kind of Nutters, you know. And it's the same with my next door neighbours. We are exactly the right kind of Nutters. And so, you know, it is that we get on really well. And I think that's one of the big joys of the internet, is that you get to find... Oh, blimey! Thank you so much. Thank you for the bits. How are you? Oh, thank you. It's good to see you. Unfortunately, I'm about to end my stream. I understand that feeling well. Yeah. I'll do. Let's have a quick look to see if there's any major faux pas of the day, because we know we tried. Tension on that could have been a bit better. But no actual screaming faux pas. Maybe we'll find some tomorrow, but... yeah, I don't think that's pretty reasonable. It's one advantage of doing like an inch and then taking a photo, is that pretty much all the work you've done today is visible in the photograph. Oh, I spotted one, I think. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Please, no. No. Oh, no. Let's have a quick look, see if I really did screw it up or whether or not. Right. Let's zoom in. Hang on. Go up. Yeah, I didn't twist it enough. But they are twisted. So, these strings here only have one twist on them and not the 3 to make them tighter twists. But, fuck it, that'll do. That's not untwisted enough. If it had not been twisted at all, I would have gone back and fixed it. But life is too short to give a shit for that. Oh no, I have seen one. Oh, fuck, bollocks. 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 These aren't twisted at all, look. And that we do need to fix. Which is a bit like yesterday's, which we would need to undo all of this chunk here. And a bit of this chunk here. Which probably means some of the bits down here. So like this last row here. Let's do it. Let's do it before we forget, because you know what will happen. Tomorrow will come and we'll forget to go back and do it. So let's go back and do this like good people. And join me on my walk of shame as I go back through a load of work undoing it. I heard that fart, dog. Yeah. Sigh. we don't get too crowded, let's put you out the way. Work through you. Make you all longer while I'm at it. Annoyances. Especially as I know I sorted all these bobbins out and already half of them have come undone. Got a horrible feeling I'm going to have to go back more than I thought. Yeah, I think I do. I think I have to undo this side of the spider. Yeah, I do. Well, shitty poodah. Because I need to get that pin. Well, arse wipes. Times like this and you can't work out why it doesn't just undo. it's also wrong, so we're having to undo it. So, phrase is probably not best at this time. Because undoing it sucks donkey balls, frankly. I mean, I'm getting really good at undoing it, but undoing it we're doing. Get rid of some of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're long and annoying. Okay. Right, you slide over. You've been a good girl, have you? Miss. Oh, little miss. Go on, out the way. Sit down, dog, before I want to smack you. Patience is on a low threshold right now. Nearly there. This is not undoing right, somehow. There's some twistiness in it that isn't right. doesn't quite look right. Oh, so very nearly there, guys. Oh, I haven't heard this in a while. Right. Let's do it right this time, shall we? Ah! Made my brain hurt thinking backwards. If you notice though, like so many things, it takes a lot less time to undo it than it does usually to do it. Right. I'm glad we caught it. Not pleased to God we had to redo it, but glad we caught it. Because, you know, in the final thing, it would sit there and stare at me. So... No, we're not having Rick Ashley. Now is definitely not a time for that. There are things that you can have, and that's not one. Thank you, phone. It's 6 o'clock. Get them over. Fucking bollocks. Got it wrong. Again. This is when mistakes piss me off. So, for those who are paying attention and who are wondering what's wrong, this is what's wrong. This line here comes from this bobbin, and this bobbin that dangles down here, this one, should have gone over that way. And now has left an unsightly dangle. So we're going to go back and undo it all again. That's the one I wanted. Oh, my legs. What I really need is for this pillow and the light to all be on a big swing arm that I can like send into the far depths of nowhere, but also drag really close to me, leaning back comfortably on the couch. That's what I really, really, really need. Yeah, looks right. So let's go. Try this for the third time's a charm, right? Have I just spotted another mistake? I think this one can bite me. But why does this look only twisted once? I think it is. But it can fucking wait. I'm not going back again. It's freezing out. And it's not like it's not twisted. It is. It won't show from a, you know, reasonable distance, whereas the totally not twisted will, because, well, it just does. leg. Stop. I really do need to learn. I am not going to fall off this couch. And I don't have to brace myself because my legs really don't like it. It'd be so much easier if I could just like sit with my legs out as I do normally and let them be. But the moment I lean forward, I don't. It's like I can't walk on a wet floor. Even some carpets wet, I can't do it. I don't feel safe. Especially in the shower. Oh God, in the shower. I get cramp every time because I'm gripping on for dear life. And I have never slipped in the shower. Please no. It's all in my head. I just can't not do it. I know when I was in hospital, because whenever I sit with my legs flat, I put one leg, well, these are my legs, I do one leg over the other, and my doctor would get annoyed because this is not good for blood flow, and it's like, but dude, I can't. And he'd like undo it, and like, before he'd even like finish the next sentence, my legs would be back. I'm not consciously doing it, it's just like where they live, right? And I only cross them one way as well. Doesn't work the other way around. That looks a bit wonky. Oh, it's just my imagination and the fear of having to do it all again. I seem to be a pin short. It's like getting to the bottom of... It's like rebuilding your bike and finding you're a washer short. Or you're a... Normally you've got some left over, but I'm one short this time. Oh, whatever. Amy, do not be annoying. But there we go. Right. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pin you up over there. You go back on the end of this one. Like that. And now we take another picture. Back round it for an easier photo. There we go. Thread caught up somewhere. There we go. There's another one there. Got some tangledness going on somehow. There we go. Try again. I'll do. And if there are any other mistakes, bollocks to them all. Right. And I now must start pricking that, otherwise it's going to be a bitch to join it. So I guess I know what I'm doing for the rest of the afternoon. Thank you for joining me. It has been a moment when you make mistakes. I would say it's a learning experience, but obviously not one that I am capable of taking in. Well, not now. Yeah, not now. Now. Keep me late now. Yeah. Thank you. Amy, do you see any? Amy has decided she needs to come say hello. And you, Sugar Bear. I shall be back about this time tomorrow, a bit later, sort of round here somewhere. Usually kind of about an hour from now, so about 25 hours time. Hopefully I will have pricked the next sheet. Otherwise, it's going to, as I say, the problem is because if I take these two pins out, the pins are there to stop it doing exactly this. But I need this, at least this much room, really to sew it on the bottom. So I really must do that. It's not really a choice now. Kind of an essential part. But But yes, I shall be back tomorrow, hopefully. And, well, thank you all for joining me on my journey, sharing in my madness. And, well, have a good rest of Sunday wherever you are, and take care. I don't think there's anyone to raid. Let me quickly look, because that would be a kind and pleasant raid channel owner thing to be doing. So let's have a quick look through all the people that I know. Bye all. No, they're all playing games. So I'll recommend Oxford, because, well, he's a cool guy. But he's playing Warborn Above Ashes. So if that sounds like your bag, I know at least 3 of you will be over there anyway. So Crowbit, that's the odd one out. If you want to, Oxford, spelled Oxfurd, is a great guy, and I'll be heading over there probably to listen to him while I stab holes, actually. So, in fact, let's do it. Let's raid Ox, just because we can. Let me pull up my thing so I can hear it when we actually go in. There he is. So there you go.